Okay, Mr. Pardo, what brings you in today?
I don't know. I got in an argument with my wife.
Okay, tell me about the argument.
She says I'm drinking too much, that I'm not spending enough time with my family, that I'm arguing with her. I don't really see that. I think I'm drinking a fair amount.
What's a fair amount?
I don't know, like 2 6-packs a day.
Okay, and what happens when you drink that much?
I just continue drinking. It soothes me. It's the only thing that brings me pleasure besides working on my Jeep. I don't know what to tell you. I mean, I'm just drinking like beer, vodka, everything else.
Do you think it's a problem that you drink that much?
I don't think it's a problem, but I think my wife might think it is a problem. That's why she sent me here today.
So she sent you here?
Hmm.
Okay. But you showed up, right?
Yes, that is true. I guess I want to build barriers. Well, break down the barriers, I guess, between my wife and I because we argue a lot.
And what are the arguments about beyond drinking? Like what else?
Well, I have a daughter. Oh, I have two daughters. One is 5 years old, who has severe behavioral issues. She pulls people's hairs. She bites people. She throws things at others, and she's constantly getting I'm constantly getting phone calls from my kindergarten teacher about her. My 15-year-old, she has severe mental issues because my wife and I are fighting so much. I mean, maybe it's from us fighting, but I don't know. I don't want to assume that it is because I'm just fighting it because my wife cheated on me. So I have a right to be angry, right?
I think you do. That sounds tough. Thank you for coming here today. That shows a lot of courage.
Thank you. I'm just like I constantly whenever I drink after work, I work in a warehouse. My hours are ridiculous hours, but whenever I go, I just want to come home and drink, and then if I get drunk enough, I'll go visit my wife at work, and I call her out for cheating, and I will constantly do that, and I think that gets my 15-year-old daughter upset, and that causes more issues at my house. I don't really have a big house. We just continually argue, so my children hear everything.
How would you like things to be different?
I would like things for my wife to own up to the cheating, because I know that she did cheat. She admitted that she cheated, but then took it away. So I'm very annoyed at her for that. I want my 15-year-old daughter to at least know what she's doing wrong. That we're trying to make it work. I know it doesn't seem like it, but we're trying. And then my 5-year-old daughter to stop throwing things.
Okay. So it seems like your home life is a bit hectic. There's a lot going on there, right? And you said it's a pretty small apartment, so there's not a lot of space.
Yeah.
So tell me about your relationship with your wife.
I mean, we argue a lot, like I said before, but I mean, it was fine beforehand. Yes, I get into drinking and such, like I stated, and yes, I love my car as much as I love my wife. Um, but overall, I mean, I'm just trying to get and make ends meet. So I have constant money to spend on my children, to drink more, and to fix up my car if necessary.
Okay. So it sounds like you want to provide for your family.
Yeah, I do. I want them to have a better life than me, but also I have my needs too. I work as well. I work so many hours, but my wife doesn't see that.
I wonder why you drink.
I mean, I drink because it gives me ease. So it gets me away from from the hectic life that's going on in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's only other thing that gives me happiness besides working in my car.
What's another thing that could bring you happiness that involved your wife?
And I've lost my wife. I guess not arguing so much. Uh, maybe like going out, but we can't go out because of our daughters.
Well, how could you make your relationship with your wife better?
I guess not by screaming so much, by like listening to what she has to say instead of just ignoring her completely and just screaming over her. And then of us having a screaming contest, which causes our children to have a screaming contest, which then causes me to slam the door and start drinking more.
So is you drinking 2 6-packs a day consistent with your goals to have a better relationship with your wife?
I mean, I want to say yes, but I want my marriage to work, so I will say no because I want to have more money for my family. I want to make sure that my daughter's provided for, but maybe I can just like continue doing like maybe like half a like 1/3 pack a day rather than 2 packs a day. I'm not good with math or fractions.
Okay, so maybe you can cut down on your drinking a little bit.
But if I cut down on drinking and then like my wife gets me more annoyed, then I would want to drink more. Then maybe should I like work on my car more then, so that I'm not drinking so much?
I think those two things do bring you joy, right? Drinking and working on your car. But I think there's a lack of joy from something that you wish was there, like a better relationship with your wife. And let's talk more about your daughters. What is your relationship like with them?
Well, with my 15-year-old daughter, it's very hard to get along with her because she hears everything, all the arguments that are going on in my bedroom. So like when I get home from work, I get home around the same time she does, and we just don't really talk to each other. She goes into her room, and I just sit down and drink after a long day's work. And my 5-year-old daughter, I do care for her as I care for both of my daughters, but like my 5-year-old daughter is really nice. Like I'm able to take her to the park. I'm able to play games with her. I'm able to like enjoy spending time with her and such. So I not playing favoritism, but like I do like my 5-year-old daughter a lot.
Mm-hmm. Do you wish you had a closer relationship with your older daughter?
I do, but I know that will be very hard to get though, just because like she constantly hears all the arguments that are going on, so she knows everything that's going on right now between my wife and I. So if I feel like I'm going to start talking to her, I feel like it will start a argument, and I don't really want to have another argument with my daughter and my wife as well.
Yeah, it sounds like both your daughters feel the tension in the house between you and your wife, and it causes them some internal pain, and your littlest daughter acts out a little bit, right?
Yeah, she does, and I think it's probably due to me and my wife. So maybe I should probably stop arguing so much because I want to spend more time with my youngest daughter and my older daughter. But if I constantly argue, then that causes lack of time, right?
Right. It causes lack of time. It brings a different tone to the household. It's such a small household, you know. It's like almost a combustion engine. You don't have a big apartment, so all the tension's right there. You don't really have a chance to go in another room because there's really not that much room. But it sounds like you know that the arguing needs to be toned down a little bit. So what are some ways we can have that to happen?
I guess to try and meet her where she is at and not bring up all like the fact that she cheated on me so many times. I mean, that could probably be a big factor.
So tell me about that, when you found out she was cheating on you.
Well, she was cheating on me for a couple months, I guess. I'm not sure, but I found her with another man. This was about like 3 years ago, but I haven't let it go because like I deserve to be loved as well as much as she is, and I give her everything that I can offer to her besides keeping myself like having necessities for me.
Yeah. That's a really hurtful situation, right? You give her a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have a support system beyond your wife?
I mean, I have a couple work friends and some friends, but nothing really else. I mean, I guess I can like hang out with my friends more.
Do you have any family support?
No. No, I don't get along with my family at all.
So, what do you think would help you and your wife overcome this difficult situation that you've been through? It sounds like you're not over the cheating yet. It sounds like it's just a lingering problem.
I guess I can try and like forgive her for what has happened because it's been so long since that occurred. I guess forgiveness is probably the best option. Yeah, probably think I should forgive her
Okay.
for the sake of my daughters.
Okay, what do you think the possibility of truly forgiving and moving on is?
It will take time. It will definitely take time to do so.
Yeah. What is a step you can take to truly forgiving her?
By recently talking to her, saying like, I'm sorry for arguing with you so much. I do love you. I still care about you. I want what's best for our family and for our daughters, because I care about all of you guys. I love you, but I can't really say that unless like I calm down first.
Yeah, it sounds like you know your goals. You know you want, a more calm home life,
Mhm.
more everyone getting along together, spending more time with your daughters, not arguing with your wife so much.
Yeah.
Okay, so where does drinking fit into that?
Drinking, I guess, can be lowered to have more money to spend for my daughters, so like we can go out more.
Okay. Sounds like you know what you want to do.
Thank you, doctor.
Thank you.